I know a lot of people love Clamp, but Wish is one of their series I don't see a lot of people talking about, so let's discuss it. Okay, first off, obviously the art is beautiful. I mean, that's just Clamp's forte. Like, that is to be expected if it's by them. The story is about Shuichiro, who saves this angel and when she's in need of help, and she wants to grant him a wish, but he doesn't have anything he wants to wish for, so she's like, okay, I'll just stick around until you think of something. And I think a reason I don't see a lot of people talking about this is because the story itself is not that interesting, in my opinion. I do really like these side characters in Angel and Devil who are in love, and I do think it would be way more interesting if the story followed them instead. However, I do think the premise of angels, devils being on earth, God is real is super interesting, and it does play around with those elements, and those moments are my favorite part. However, they don't last that long, which is really disappointing. A lot of the manga is like moments like this where it's like chibi jokes, which I'm not personally a fan of. It feels really childish to me, which is not what I look for at this grown age in a manga. However, something I do really like about this is that it's queer. Kohaku, the main angel, makes it very clear they're not a boy, they're not a girl, they don't have a gender. Unfortunately, the manga makes angels have she her pronouns and devils have he him pronouns. I know Dark Horse has reprinted it in an omnibus. I don't know if they changed the pronouns to be like they them and like not gender the angels and devils, but they do make it very clear in the beginning, which I really appreciate. You just got to keep that in the back of your mind, like, hey, this is kind of like a queer romance going on, and I love that. I think the series picks up the last two volumes. I believe it's only 4 volumes, so very short. And I'm a big fan of the ending. I really, really like it. I like where it goes, where it ends. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'm a big fan of it, and that really redeemed the series for me. Similar to Clover, this does only have a music video adaptation, which is available to watch on YouTube with English subtitles, so that's very nice. It doesn't tell as much of the story as like the Clover music video does, but it's very fun to see these characters come alive and animated in all their glory. And like, look at this, the animation is beautiful. It's a fun watch. I will say the music video is more like two music videos in one. I think the first half is super good. This is from the first half. The second half is more like vibes, which I'm not personally a fan of. It was really repetitive, but definitely read the series and then watch the music video. I think it's totally worth it, especially like I said for the ending. I think a movie adaptation would be so fun. It's just a wholesome, sweet romance. Like, it would be a lot of fun to watch this as a movie. I think it's definitely worth it to read it. It's very short, like I said, and the ending is so worth it in my opinion. And if you like it, there is a crossover in Drag and Drop, so go check it out.